Emma Mackey sizzles in hot milk, adapted from Deborah Levy's 2016 novel, but the film itself is a bit of a hot mess. Set on the Spanish coast, Mackey plays Sophia, who spends much of her time taking care of her mother Rose, played by Fiona Shaw, who lives with chronic pain from a strange illness that keeps her mostly confined to a wheelchair. But when Sophia encounters seamstress Ingrid, played by Vicky Krieps, it awakens something fiery, even dangerous in Sophia. The film is the directorial debut of playwright Rebecca Lenkiewicz, who has previously written scripts for films like Ida, Colette, She Said, and most recently The Salt Path, but her writing and direction hasn't really translated the book to screen very well. This is a story where all three of the main characters are damaged, mostly stemming from traumatic events in their childhood that have been repressed rather than healed. Mackey does solid work as the frustrated Sophia, who has spent so long putting her mother's needs over her own that she hasn't really developed, so Sophia is quiet but volatile and prone to bouts of jealousy and rage. But the real standout performance is Fiona Shaw's overbearing mother, but she finds some sympathy for her that keeps the character from becoming a stereotype. Rose's illness is perplexing and exasperating, maybe even psychosomatic, almost like a physical manifestation of a lifetime of slights and resentments, and she's seeing a doctor played by Vincent Perez who may or may not be a quack given his unorthodox methods, like instructing Rose to write an enemies list over actual physical treatment. But a lot of the novel seems to have been lost or discarded on its way to the screen, like the film dropping the economic turmoil of the 2008 financial crash that served as a backdrop and echoed the tension of the mother and daughter. And Lenkiewicz has taken a minimalist approach to her adaptation, amplifying its ambiguities, but now it's so sparse and elusive that it's more off-putting than intriguing. The book was written from the POV of Sophia, an aspiring anthropologist studying and questioning everything and herself, but it's hard to get across that interiority in a film, especially when you don't use voiceover narration. I never felt like I understood Sophia, and Krieps' Ingrid is stuck with a poorly defined smudge of a character. And despite all the heat, sweat and touch that's very sensual, this isn't really a romance, nor did I buy it as one. And as a dark coming-of-age story, the attempts to add a sense of thread to Sophia are too intermittent and sporadic when it really should be building towards a boiling point. The end result is a lot of pretty people in beautiful scenery doing confusing and inexplicable things that you don't really care about, and I found it tryingly slow and empty.